What happened? What happened to you?
Oh shoot! Yesterday I said I was not feeling it. I was a little bit bearish, and ended up just breaking to the upside. So horrible day for me yesterday not to trade. Called the day off, but it is what it is. Other than that, hey, MJ in the house. By the way, guys, that's my fiance. If you don't know, so shout out Ninja MJ.
Hello, MJ.
So what is up with the trades today? I do have hopium. What do you
Oh,
think? What do you expect out of this movement, Alex? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Do you think this is the beginning of the end, or you think this is the beginning of the bull run?
I'm so long, it's crazy.
Nice. Oh man. Oh, let me get started here. Oh, wait. Where is it? I get something to share, which I cannot see my screen. There it is. There it is. All right. Here's my screen. Let me go to Bitcoin very quickly. By the way, guys, I don't know if that's been shared. All right. This is my possible entry for Mana. Two possible entries right at 0.28, and the next one at a breakout retest right here at 0.30. So I'm gonna be placing this, although it's gonna be triggering throughout now. You know what? I need to cancel it. And then what I'll be doing, all right, it's gonna be making a horizontal line. Let's just call it even lower here. And then right click, lock it, and then once again right click and then an alert to it. So guys, this is gonna be annoying for now, but I'm still gonna be making it just so you see what's gonna be my possible entries. So there is the first call for today class. Hopefully we are recording. Yes, we are recording. Bow to me. Oh, look at that. Hey MJ, how are you? All right, and that's just basically what I was looking at and talking about at the Pipet Academy. So guys, be aware of this possible trade. Now I want to go and talk about Bitcoin. All right, I have mixed feelings about this. First of all, we're looking at my head and shoulder lines. Remember yesterday that we bounced from here. I wasn't feeling that much. We started kind of like a bouncing from it. So I rather waited for the breakout. That breakout happened right after, right? So I was expecting a possible pullback, and then on that pullback, oh, what did it just happen here? This does not look like Bitcoin. Oh yeah, it does, but it changed for some reason. Oh, I see what happened. Sorry. Perfect. All right, now we're talking. And then what happens here? It just keep moving forward to the upside, right? Remember, I do not chase after prices. I always look for retracement. If I don't have a retracement, well, then I look for a bullish flag or any kind of a ranging motion, right? I think we could be having it at this point, and that is because let's go to a cleaner chart really quick, and that is because let's see, we already have taken all of these lows, like for example all of these highs, like right here we have taken these highs. Right there on this high we basically took this one already, right? Right now we are trying to take these highs right now. What I would like to see, it is a little bit of a wiggle movement in here, and then a burst to the upside. That being said, I want to see either a goose head or a retracement and flip of the ribbon as we are ranging at this zone. I'm not expecting such a huge range, but I'm expecting something like this. Let me clear this up once again. Let me copy this price action. Let's do it. Where is it? Right there. There we go. This is what I would be expecting. And the flip of the ribbon somewhere around these areas at the lows, acting as a support before positioning myself for the next movement to the upside. I want to see this movement and then a retracement. Why is that? Because this next highs in here, they need to be taken as we took these other highs. Big body candles going through the previous resistance, right? This is the resistance where we are right now. I want to see big body candles breaking through that resistance, going back for a retrace. This retrace is going to be very, very important for me. and then getting ready to take the last enemy, the last boss in the charts, which is the 73 or 74K at that point. So if we're able to break this, guys, we're jumping in on a November for a possible all-time high, meaningful all-time high. All right. Let me just remind you, Alex, my prediction of half of a million US dollars per Bitcoin. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Guys, remember, that was from all of my analysis. If you haven't watched the video, go watch it. From all of my analysis, that was the most, I don't know, let's just call it unexpected.
Opium.
Yeah, the most hopium one, right? It does have mathematics to back it up, but I had three different theses, and I brought that one because of content, and also because if I did took that one, I also took every other step of the way there. I don't think that we're gonna do half of $1 million this cycle. If we do, might be next one. There's a small chance that we do it, and that's because of institutional money. All right. But the lesson to be learned here is that as we getting closer to new closer targets, I'm gonna be planning for those targets, right? Risking on and risking off. That is how we do it. It doesn't matter if my brain thinks that we're gonna do 5, 10, $20 million Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. We take it day by day. We're gonna be having some obscure days, like for me, that was yesterday. I decided not to trade and it pumped. That's fine. We're gonna have some stop loss days. That's fine. But as long as we, as Alex mentions, we take those breadcrumbs, right, and we build into it, that's what we're going to be making a profit or become profitable traders. And I think that's a very important lesson to be learned. Other than that, Alex, what are you looking at? I want to see what you have on your charts. And you mentioned that
Mhm.
you're long. What was your entry, and what made you jump into that entry?
Okay, so I am in a swing long from down at 68,000. Uh, but for today, scalping wise, yeah, I just closed out. So I've taken two scalps this morning. Let's jump into it. Look at the green screen. I have like a. It's better this way though. It works. It's smoother. Okay, let's take a look here. Mr. Man says he wants to take his girlfriend to a nice dinner. She listens to me ramble about crypto all the time, so at least I can put it to good use. He's looking for a trade. Okay. So let's get your girlfriend some food, man. Hungry. You don't want a hungry wife, man. If there's one thing I can tell you, make sure she's and fed and smiling, okay? There's another saying to that, but it's rude, okay? Um, so we'll keep it PG. The F and F, okay? Fed and fed, okay? We'll keep it fed and fed. Um, so what's happening right now, right? So you gotta zoom out really and take a look at this thing. So the the trade the two trades were VWAP this morning, gave you the long, which I didn't take, but I took the break of the downtrend, took it back up. The retest of the highs and the continuation, I did take that one too. So I've taken two longs and I'm out of both longs. Okay, so I've taken this one up, okay, and then I've taken this one up on the short-term time frames. Now, what's happening here is up only. We had our pump, then we had Asia's pump, and now we are consolidating, trying to put in some bearish divergence. All-time highs are on the table. Let's not get it twisted. $74,000 all-time highs still on the table. Are we going to pump from here? We have an ascending triangle. We can look for the break of this ascending triangle. No, I think we're a bit overextended right now. Doesn't mean we can't pump, but something to be cautious about. We don't want to buy the top, okay? We had lots of time yesterday, except OC. He didn't trade to get in here. Now OC is feeling the FOMO. That's why it's saying, "Oh, we'll see what goes on. We want a retracement." Does this thing look like it wants to stop, OC? Not really, right? Not really. Hitting 72,000 as we speak. I also shared a chart that in Canada, we have hit 99,700, breaking all-time highs on the Canadian Bitcoin charts. So for me, our Canadian dollar is a little bit weaker than yours, but nonetheless, we like it because it makes us more fiat money. Okay, for us, BTC Canada. Look at this thing. Okay, so this, in comparison to where we are right now, is right about here, I would say. If we zoom out on the Canadian chart, look at this thing, baby. Look at this. That's a good chart. All-time highs being cracked in Canada. Okay, so, and remember when we started doing this on the way up here? Okay, remember when we started doing this on the way here? First, you had, like, I don't know, Japan, whatever, Singapore, Canada, all-time highs. Then the USA hit the all-time high. So is this forecasting for what is yet to come? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, that's not the number one thing. If you come by my live stream every morning, it's where are we at? How can we be centered in reality? Okay, it's hard. It's hard because we all want to press buy and, like OC, feeling the FOMO, right? I get it, and it's hard to trade this. Okay, so it's not meant. Look at this shit. This is shit. If I'm going to say something is shit, this is shit. Go on the 1 minute. Look at this thing. It's garbage, man. This is garbage. If you want to know what poo looks like if it was a candlestick, this would be it. Okay, so what happened this morning? Okay, typical price action. So we have our highs in here, right? This is overnight pushing to the highs here. Then we have established highs. What do we do this morning? Right here would be when the morning kind of starts for most people, right here. So forget about all this. We come and we sweep the highs, but we stall out. We wait. We wait. So what do we do this morning? Can anybody tell me what we're doing this morning? We're trapping longs. Okay? We're trapping longs. So trap. Everybody, London session, right? Trap. Quick rollover because it's flat here. This looks like, continuation pattern, right? No. Trapping longs. VWAP's coming in somewhere like this, I think. So we come and retrace to VWAP. We hover at VWAP, then market opens. Okay, so market opens, and we didn't go down and touch VWAP. So if I'm on my chart prime scalping here, this was me this morning. Okay, and we look at VWAP. Okay, VWAP's right here like I drew. VWAP's a little bit better than what I drew. So we stall out at VWAP. Free tool, very good with chart prime and market structure, okay? Especially if you're intraday scalping. Okay, so comes down, stalls out, doesn't give us VWAP. So this to me, longs trapped here, longs underwater, flag out, longs underwater, flag out. To me, it tells me there's at least one more flush. That's what it tells me this morning. Okay. It pushes up, gets everybody a little bit hopeful. Everyone is on their heels. Every move like this, woo, gets everybody, bro, I've missed the move. I want to buy. I just want to buy. Every move, woo. Oh man. Woo. Oh man, right? And then it goes boom in one. So every 3 of these that you feel FOMO, you're going to get one of these. Let's just keep it real, okay? Where it's going to come down and wreck you. Okay, so let's not chase. That's the hardest thing to do in moments like this, okay? So as we come down into VWAP, we sweep the VWAP and we blast back up. Now, if you've watched my VWAP, any quick move through VWAP is a sign of continuation. Full stop, okay? So if you blast through, but then you blast back, this tells me it's going to continue back up, okay? So I got long right here, and I got out right here, okay? First scalp of the morning. Could have stayed in this, but we were retesting the highs, okay? So we were retesting these longs here. These guys are closing break even if they held on for dear life, right? And then it continues up and it pushes higher. So it pushes higher. up into this area here, right? And look how it pushes. This is one thing I want you to be aware of as well. Okay, let's get rid of all these scribbly lines here. Look how it pushes, okay? So it pushes up and it pushes high, it hits my key level of resistance here. Okay, then it chops up. Brr, slow grind. What is this doing? Same question. What is this doing? Trapping longs. Okay, longs are getting trapped in here. This is long price action. Look, then what does it do? 1, 2, 3, boom on their heads. Boom on their heads. Okay, then I took the long from here, right here. Confirmation of the sweep of the lows, sweeping the lows here, retesting highs. Okay, retesting highs, only to push back up here, and I'm out here, out at equal highs here, basically. A little bit front running of these highs here. Okay, and that was my trading this morning. Okay, so understanding price action, understanding what's going on in the environment is going to be critical for this, and really allowing price to come to you. So 5 minute here, a little bit less cluttered. Okay, so breakout trade, taken, continued, out at my key level of resistance, right? Because this would create a bearish divergence if it was a lower high. Sweeps back down, retesting previous highs. Okay, I know you all got FOMO there. I saw it. I saw you all get FOMO there from that wick. I saw it. Okay, creating a what? What is this doing? Pushing back up to the highs here. What has this just done? We're watching price action. What has this just done? That just swept the highs, right? So we've created what? Bearish divergence. Okay, we just did a bear div sweep, in my opinion. So we look at this. What just happened? A nice sweep, ascending triangle. Okay, a nice sweep of the highs, mitigating the highs here. To me, we have to wait. This is not where we press buy. Look at that volatility. Okay, so patience, 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 patience with anything like this. Now, are we going up from here? Quite possibly. We have a level of resistance 62,000, 72,200. Okay, but right now we just got a volume surge. So I talked to you guys about volume and understanding what it looks like. Okay, let's go into 1 minute. Let's look at volume. Where is it? It's not on here. I just want regular volume. Thank you. You see the surge? Okay. You see the pushback? Surge. So who's in control here? If they just swept the highs and there's a big bearish candle here where the volume is coming, that means there's selling pressure, in my opinion. That's what it says. Okay. Either people are exiting their longs and selling pressure is coming in. There's sweeping highs here, but the bulls are still in control. Higher highs, higher lows, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So you're not taking the sweep of the high for a short here. What you're waiting for is the loss of significant structure, and it has to be significant. It can't be, oh, we lost this low here, or we lost this low here. No, it has to be significant structure where you have a clean break to the downside, and then you're looking for the retest and out. Okay. Nothing until then are you shorting this thing. You do not, any short should be a fade or a hedge against your long position. Okay. Right now, this wants to push, baby. Look at it. It wants to push. Doesn't mean we're buying the top here. It just means to keep pushing, grabbing liquidity, coming back down, pushing, grabbing liquidity, coming back down, until so in my opinion, they're taking liquidity when they do this. So they push, they come back, they push, they come back, they push, they come back. When they're doing this, it's a very big yo-yo. But what they do is they stop people's orders out and then they come back and then they have a clear run to keep pushing. Okay. So for now, don't chase, wait for a retrace. Okay. And that's how I would be trading it. But looking at this from a more macro side of things, 72,100. Amazing. Bitcoin. Let's go, baby. Let's go. You see all the FOMO in OC? He's getting he's sweating. He's but look what they just did. I leave for
My
1 second. They just swept you. They just
Yeah.
swept you, right? Whoop, 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 whoop. Yo yo. Okay. I don't trade in this. I don't want to get wrecked. I traded this morning, but now it's not. To me, this is where I'd be looking for a short, but I want to wait for confirmation. So what do we have on a higher term time frame? If we're looking at chart prime, we have a shit ton of liquidity. Okay, a shit ton. It probably can't even populate all of it on the chart of how much there is, because what have we done? We've done 2 series of up onlys, 1 and 2. Okay, with a 382 retracement, very aggressive. Remember, I was talking about the 382 and how aggressive it was. So we have a lot of liquidity. First and foremost, when just looking at a chart like this, I'm always looking for a retest of previous highs. Always. Always. That's going to be my first thing I am looking for, right? And it applies to short-term time frames too, right? So breaking this high in here, right? We had a breakout and a retest. If we want to go into the short-term time frame here, right? Look at what happened, right? So if this was my high, right? We broke out, we retested that high, and then we continued. It applies the exact same on smaller term time frames, on lower term time frames, on macro time frames. It's the same thing. So on a macro, we are looking for this to retest a high. Okay. Just putting it out there. So that would be first and foremost, my key area that I'm looking for is 70,060, 69.7 area. Okay. Why is this significant? You may ask. Well, let's go out on our weekly. Let's look at the range here. Where is our value area high? I have to go back 1 candle, sorry. Right there. So that would be the retest, 69,100. So in that general areas where we're looking for price to possibly return before coming and taking this thing. That is our target, all-time highs, right? So retest, continuation, right? So these are things that I'm keeping an eye on in the long term. How do we get into a trade here? So for me and Mr. Man here, who are looking to trade to take our ladies on a nice sweet date, and hopefully, you know, the chica bonita comes and hangs out with us after, and we get to have some fun, you know. Maybe watch the hockey game together and eat cookies. I don't know, whatever you're into. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a retest back in, right? We're looking for a retest back down and lower. So unsustainable, kind of. I mean, we don't want to fade Bitcoin. What I said to you guys is that we want to look for Bitcoin. If we're looking to short it, we're looking for it to change structure. Okay, change structure and break down. Then we look for these targets. Okay, not until then. Netflix and chill. That's it, bro. Less Netflix, more chill. If you know what I mean. So looking for it to return. These are all areas of interest as we've pushed up, right? So liquidity right here, right? Liquidity right here, right? So we look for the short, the confirmation of a reversal, okay? Right? And we look to get on the lower high, okay? we are waiting for this to break. If it doesn't break, we are looking to ride this puppy upwards. Okay, having targets above us, such as I mean, my next two targets were pretty much at my next target 72,200, and then I got 72,900 and the all-time high at 74,000. So, and then I have extension levels up. Okay, extension levels up that I am looking for if we continue to break. Okay, so patience will prevail. What are you thinking, OC? Are you feeling the FOMO?
A little bit. I mean, of course, you guys know that I'm a sentimental trader, right? So whenever it started moving up, it did. So something that I want to bring up that where is it? Where is it? Alba mentioned that if we should be holding for the breakout, the alarm rang and he entered. In fact, I was saying that if that alarm was that price action was getting here, well then I will be entering. Yesterday I just did not trade. I forgot about it. It did play it out. So shout out to Alba that took it. And I told him I should be hearing myself more often, right? But make me a favor right now, Alex. Could you maybe share once again your Bitcoin chart on the 12 minutes?
Uh-oh. He's going to scrutinize my charts.
No, not at all. Well, maybe. No,
That's
really
good.
quick, because this is pretty interesting. Like, remember that everything is fractal, right? And I made an analysis right before Alex went into his time frame, right? And I want to show you what I'm looking at, back of what I'm looking at after Alex have spoken. Alex, what was the trade that you took today in the morning? The two trades that you took today in the morning?
VWAP bounce breakout here and retest of previous highs right here.
Perfect. And you also mentioned your value area high was somewhere around 70K, right?
Yes.
Perfect. May I share my screen? Good, sir. All right, guys. Remember this analysis was made right before Alex announced, but he took the trades today in the morning. All right. Is this looking? Remember, this is the 4 hour. Is this looking like what Alex was looking at in the morning? I mean, I could even be making the trend line here, and guess where is my position of entry? Well, let me just adjust it, right? So it's funny enough, right, that we're looking at almost the same strategy, but in lower time frames. He executed it today in the morning. I was not aware of it. I made my analysis, and then he explained his analysis, right? The point is that what we're looking at, everything that he just did was somewhere around here. Now I'm looking for exactly the same pattern. This is what it makes me laugh a little bit. Exactly the same pattern, but in a higher time frame, right? So everything is fractal. Are we going to be seeing it? I don't know. We still don't know if this is going to be playing out, but that is my prediction of what I would like to see, and if I see it, that's how I'm going to be trading it, right? So there you go. Digital with the pasta, yes, with the spaghetti that I have in there. So am I feeling the FOMO? Yes, but I'm getting a little bit more excited. One more thing is that we hit yesterday the Bitcoin crossing 68,888. That was supposed to be my entry point, right? I did not enter. How about once again? Thank you so much for reminding me that, and also for entering. So shout out for that. And what I just mentioned today, right before that, taking the previous highs, right, that we just did, making that little range, and we could be going for that retest. Remember that I'm planning either for this retest or for a range, whatever happens. It could be a combination of both. So this is just what I wanted to add onto this analysis. This also looks like a Wyckoff. All right, Wyckoff range. The thing is in here that we could be having a sweep of lows going once again to my marked area. My marked area is slightly different from Alex's. Mine it's somewhere around 70K 137. Well, Alex's is a little bit lower, right? 60, I think 70 sharp or something, or close to the sharp, right? Between 69 and 70, something around that, if I'm not mistaken. Right. So as you can see, both of the analysis are kind of like a pairing. scary looking one, I like to adore one. But the difference is that he just executed it and he just proved how I am looking to trade up in the future. So I think that's pretty cool. Oh, nice. Look at that. Beautiful movement. Oh, that's for Sui. Let me just pass it over to you in a second so you can maybe talk about that on Sui. At this point, guys, once again, let me just show you, for example, one of the things that I could be looking at for that area. This is the range that I could be expecting, and this is the sweep of the lows that we could also be expecting, all right? Before continuing to the upside. Let me show you maybe another example really quickly. We'll have it on the previous cycle. Where was it? Where was it? There we go. Something along these lines, like here, like a lower low before a continuation, and then that big retracement. All right. So just be patient. At this point, I think that's what it needs to be done. Like just hold it. I know it might be a little bit FOMOing at this point, but also remember that we're looking at other things. Like for example, OM played out beautifully. Little Fish Couple, you did enter that one. It played out very nicely. And also I was looking, at 1 inch and TRB. 1 inch, also look at that, going to that range. We're still within that range, and we're looking forward to break on it. At this point, yesterday I was talking about this one and drove it. But the most important thing, it is that we are right against the dynamic reactor, and we're above the zero line. Consolidation score, it is high, but our prime score is low, which means we should be consolidating right now. But overall, we should keep going to the trend that we're having, which is higher lows. So guys, I am looking, if we hold, let me be clear, if we hold the 257 area right here, let me set an alert. The 257, for the flip of the ribbon to the upside, I'm looking at a big push to previous highs, and then a possible area right here at 220 at 29. So that will be making us somewhere around 134% in the best case scenario. All right. Worst case scenario, if that plays out, 63, and a horrible scenario will be entering without a flip of the ribbon, which I don't recommend. All right. And then it drops back down. Why? Because we're still below the dynamic reactor. But dynamic reactor is thin and we're above the zero line. And we are into a pump signaling here. So for me, that is going to be my next call for today, guys. But also I'm going to double down this one when I see that possibility. Most likely tonight on the Piper Academy, on the Piper Academy Discord, just in case you were wondering. But here you got it first. This is the setup that I'm going to be looking at for 1 inch. So let me throw it back to you, Alex, because you have an ongoing analysis, right? So about Sui. Let's watch it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's look. Yeah, so I gave the Sui trade up. I mean, this is so good, man. What a trade. What a trade. Sometimes you just call it right, baby. So just enough like wiggle room too on the stop loss. We did get that final sweep, so it was, some people even in my Discord, they got in like 160, 161, right? But I mean, bottoming structure here, final sweep, right? This was given well in advance and like absolute banger, bro. Like big move, 23%. I mean, easy money. There was a whole bunch of people who took this trade. And that's awesome. I love seeing people win. What's important right now, just looking at this, is that we have come up to key resistance. Okay, so when looking at Sui, let's zoom out a little bit here. And yes, we have ripped to the upside, but I was looking for this area, right? I was looking for this area. What is significant about this area? Well, if we pull, I believe from this low here to this high here, we did have our golden pocket area. And even if we pulled from our actual lows, I believe it was the 382. Yes, our 382. So we can see our 382s coming in right here. So this would be an aggressive retrace. Um, After Sui doing what it did, we understand narrative, right? So when there's a narrative, what do we get? Right? We got a little bit of topping here, a rollover, cool, right? But we understand where is established support, right? I think it's so important, and you can use your volume tool for this, but you can see established support, established support. So if we are going to hold in one area, I'm going to be looking for significant lows, which were here. You can see the amount of support in here. And for that move, which started back here, but really, really took off right here. And then it started to have some retracements. Okay. So you get your aggressive move out and then you retrace, 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 continue retrace. Okay, this is stair stepping versus parabolic. This is parabolic. This is stair stepping. Okay, so trend can be parabolic. So if trend is parabolic, it will be like this, right? And it'll become almost vertical eventually. Okay, when it's stair stepping, it's very much this part, this vertical part is more like this, and then like this, and then like more like stairs, right? Right, and it'll work its way up eventually. And it works the same way in reverse. Okay, so once you have a parabolic move and you start to go stair step, okay, the move is typically coming to some sort of top, right? And then you break structure and you break down. But you can use the parabolic trend from where it started to step. Bitcoin alert, breaking out. Let's go. Another take profit. Gotta love it. Money making, swing trading. The swing trade is making money. So we just hit this key level. That's all it's telling me. Um, I have a TP. I'm like 50% of my swing trade from down here. 68,000 ish. Um, Sometimes I swing trade, not much, but this was too easy. But looking at Sui, going back here, so this will give you an opportunity of where price is going to retrace to. So if we're looking at anything that has done this parabolic move, right? It's going to be things like Doge is probably doing it now. But you see that parabolic move happens, then we create some sort of shelf in here, right? And you can see where support's really being held, and that really allows us to identify where, if this is going to continue, right, where we're going to be able to get long, right? So we set the trap, we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and we finally get it, right? And that's what bangs off. Now, understanding that, hey, we have flipped this key area in here. This is kind of entry into higher prices, I want to call it. It's that psychological $2 level, okay? So we're coming back into this area. We want to see that area hold. I really, just right now, I really want to see this 188 to 190 area hold. If you are taking profits and you're looking for this thing to hold, this is your area that must hold, in my opinion, okay? A healthy retracement back into here is fine, but this is the area that I'm really looking for it to hold. So 190, let's call it 190 to be simple. You can see you got key levels here, right? You have a breakdown over here, so this is a key level as well, right? And just kind of understanding where price action is, where it wants to live above in order to continue, right? And that's what I'd be looking for on Sui. But you look at any other asset that has had moves like this. I think I mentioned Dogecoin. So let's go over and take a look. So this is parabolic, right? Um, Parabolic, right? Retest, parabolic again. Okay, Elon just keeps tweeting about this thing. So right now we're looking for this thing to start stair stepping and retrace and then continuation, right? Sometimes it doesn't give it to you. Okay, so be very cautious with meme coins. But look at this. I mean, my God, Doge is up 65%. Pretty nice move. Okay. For me right now, I've actually started. I'm looking at a possible Pepe trade from these lows here, up to the highs around here. So looking for this to break out right now. Pepe looks juicy. Um, this looks juicy. So memes are memes, but I'm looking for this thing to break out from here. Okay. whether it happens sooner rather than later. And my target is going to be this level up here around 1031. I don't know how many zeros are in Pepe, but that's kind of what I'm looking for right now on a Pepe trade. If you're interested, I mean, it's a meme coin. It's pretty fucking degenerate in my opinion, but uh, you can make money as long as you use good risk management. Okay, please, please. They'll be like, Alex told me to buy Pepe. I'll find you. I'll find you. Alex told me to buy Pepe on spot. This looks like it wants to move. Myro led the way. Myro's leading the way. Floki led the way. Look at Floki. Same thing. They're all flagging out, okay? And they're all following Mr. Dogecoin, right? Look at Popcat, new highs, right? I gave this Popcat inverse head and shoulders in my Discord as well, okay? Easy money, baby. Easy money. They're moving, right? Inverse head and shoulders. OC loves this, right? He loves an inverse head and shoulders. I know he does. He loves this. Easy breakout trade. Okay, that was given in the Discord. Just keeping our eyes on the prize, right? We can scan through here and look at things, right? Like I have my meme coins, right? What is not performing right now? Well, Cockinu's a little bit low compared to the rest of them. Grok, nice move. Floki, nice move. Myro, nice move. Okay, but we can flip through the catalog. Pepe, this looks a lot more promising than me going long on the double top on whatever. Whiff coin. Is it a double top? No. Yeah, Whiff looks this looks ugly, right? I want to see structure and I want to see continuation. This looks like it's coming back down to here before going there, right? And just use your judgment. You've been looking at price action. You got to be patient. One thing that's looking to pop as well is this render token. Okay. Man, I should start sharing these with my community, man. Render's looking nice too. Ooh wee. Render. Let's see some key levels on render. Render. My round trip render. That's what I call it. Round trip render. That's me. I should have sold at $12. Minimum point of control. Minimum 560. That would be the height. That would be the height of this move, but that's a big move. 10% for render, easily done. Something like that for render. What pattern is this?
Fell
It's
swing.
the balloon dog.
Balloon dog. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh man. Lots of opportunity out there. Just use good risk management. Things are popping off, man. This is a beautiful time to be in crypto. If you haven't, if you're feeling the FOMO and you don't know what to do, I'd suggest just wait. Just wait. Some other things that popped off, Super. I know OC likes Super a lot.
Oh, yes.
Caspa down. Caspa's a shit coin, man.
Come on, it's not that bad. I do think that it's a pretty awesome coin, but it doesn't have enough.
A year later, I bought Caspa right here because Piper told me to. I bought Caspa right here and I sold right here. And guess what? A year later, it's right back here where I bought. A year later, a whole year. Look, November to November. 1 year later, it is as stable as XRP, baby. One year later, bro.
Oh man. Well, you know, I mean, XRP is more stable, level,
right?
What?
Right?
Oh yeah. Maybe that's your call for a re-entry, my friend.
Oh fuck! I don't think I wouldn't spend your money on this.
Oh man, I mean, by fundamentals, I really back up Casbah, right? I'm not gonna be stealing it because I mean, sometimes good ideas they don't get to be realized because of lack of hype, right, or lack of support. I think
Yeah.
that's what might be happening with Casbah because Casbah is a solution to a problem, an ongoing problem. I think it's a pretty cool one, but still, I mean, I'm not gonna be putting my hands for the fire for any cryptocurrency.
I'm looking at this too, OC.
Nice. What is that beam? Oh man, I'm looking at Dash. I'm looking at Soul, and also I have Flux pull up for a man.
Look how low Sneck is too. But Cardano is a shit coin. What is wrong with Cardano, man? I own 15 grand worth of Cardano.
Oh man, what can I tell
What
you?
a shit coin.
XRP
I bought
gave
down
money to
here, OC.
Kamala? Really? I'm gonna dump whatever I
Yeah, they
have on
did.
XRP then.
They did.
Oh shit.
Anyways, show me what you're looking at, bro. I gave you guys all of my alphabets, man.
Perfect. Let's take a look at here. I had a couple of requests pulled up here, so let's get started with those. Let's get started with Flux, right? Flux, man, what are you looking to do? I can give you my analysis, but I want you to help me out here and like, what is your outcome? Like, you requested for the analysis. What are you looking to do? At this point, there's something really interesting. I got lost for a second here because of the screen. So sometimes that happens to be some perspective. So this is more something like you were looking at, right? Because of the size of your screen. So your entry, as we've been talking about here, it is at the breakout of the trend line, right? We have a sweep of the lows, right? Then we have a breakout. We do not have a retest, and then your taking profits is going to be here, right? So buying at a taking profit area, I would not recommend it. All right. Again, this is not financial advice, but it's also true that we're above the zero line. So what can we do here? Well, at this point, this is what I would recommend. Instead of going to the higher time frames, I would recommend going to the lower time frames. Is there, and this is a question, this is not a confirmation, this is not an affirmation, this is not a statement, it's a question. Is there a opportunity on lower time frames? I don't know. Let's take a look at it, right? 15 minutes. What are we looking at here? We're looking at a possible bull pennant, right? Or a possible bull flag. Something that I don't like about this flags, it is patterns, any kind of patterns. And look this up. Do not just leave what I'm telling you, right? Any kind of pattern, triangular pattern, all right, that has a flat line, usually we break to the flat line, right? So if we have a flat bottom triangle, we usually break down to the flat, right? If we have a flat top triangle, well, the other way around, let's just come on, like that, we usually break to the upside, to the flat area, all right? I'm telling you this because remember the markets are also perfectly imperfect, and we're breaking down, all right? we had some of what I would be considering a flat bottom triangle at this point, all right? Something like that. We usually are going to be breaking to the downside. That doesn't mean that I have the reason or that I'm right at that point. We still need to add confidence. Where are the supports? Where are resistance? We're in a support area, so we need to wait for it, right? Where is the next area of support and resistance, or even where is our VPVR? It's all the way down here, or better yet, what we just learned. Where is smart money playing out? Somewhere around here. So you might be waiting for a sweep of the lows and go back up, right? For a long position. For a short position, I will try to position myself at a bounce up. Also, be careful because we could also be making a double topping here. We are still above the zero line. My short will only be starting as I lose the zero line of the 15 minutes to continue that short onto the 4 hours. All right, why? Because we have the parabolic movement of the 4 hours. That's what I want to also have, the parabolic drop down or retracement onto the 4 hours, right? So just food for thought right there. If you're looking, once again, 4 hours, if you're looking to long this, I would wait for structure here. What would that structure be? The same that we're looking at the 15 minutes. What's going to be happening with the next 3 candles? Are we going to be maybe be doing a bull flag? Well, then I'll try to position myself for a long at the bottom, right? Or for a short at the top, whatever. But we remember to position yourself at the opposite side of whatever ranging scenario you have, right? That'll get you a smaller stop loss and a higher possibility for better profits, all right? What is it telling me at this point? Let's just take a look at daily really quick. And daily is looking, I would say, good. Good in the aspect, or in the, let's just call it that, we're having kind of like a downwards channel. That downwards channel is not telling me that it's going to break out here, but it usually indicates to me that I'm going to end up breaking up. All right. So when I say it looks good, it doesn't mean that, all right, long it here. No. It is, hey, we acknowledge the pattern. We usually know where the pattern is going to be breaking out, right? So we know where to position ourselves. So at this point, we are going to be trying to position ourselves at the bottom, or better yet, breakout retest. Off we go right here. All right. We're having a goose head scenario, inverted goose head. What is that inverted goose head? Remember, further movement to the downside, right? For then a retracement. So what would that maybe be? Making that double, well, I mean, in the inverse of a normal goose head, which will be a double top or a higher top, right? So in this case, double bottom, for then a further move to the upside. All right, that lines up, this goose head lines up with a downwards channel and maybe telling me that we could be having one more sweep of the lows. All right, confirmation will be key at this area on flux. So let's go, let's just wrap it up with the 4 hours. At this point, I would not be trading this for the long. I will neither to the short until I have a confirmation of a breakout or breakdown. If I'm looking for a long, look at where my VPVR is at. So breakout, retest, and off we go. Entry point here. All right. If you're looking for a short, wait for this candle close to be inside the channel and wait for the opening of the next candle. Look for the flip of the ribbon, enter you short, stop loss, and then trail it all the way down here. All right. So that will be for flux. Let's go to Solana. I think Mr. Man mentioned it for a DCA area. There's 2 things that I want to answer here, Mr. Man. DCA, if you ask me if it's a good place to DCA, I will answer you this, but hold on. All right, hold on. Is it a good place to DCA? Every place is a good place to DCA, right? Why? Because DCA, regardless of the price action, you count with time to be on your side, right? Time plus time price action times price action. So it doesn't matter where you buy if you're trying to DCA. If you're trying to maximize your DCA, which I believe that is the main question, right? Let me add to that spot. So let's do this. So I don't do it manually, so you can see it me doing it, right? Let's just click whatever, all the way here to all the way down here. And this is a regression trend, right? And before answering that, if we would have longed the bottom and short the top, long the bottom, short the top, long the bottom, right? Maybe longing it again. And do you see my point? Would it be a good place to DCA to maximize your DCA? I would say maybe not. But if we have a big body candle breaking through, right? Holding it above the 0 line, and then maybe going for a little small retrace, this will be your next possible entry for a DCA. You got one tool in your toolbox, guys. You all do. So let's revise it. If you have questions, whether if it's a good place to DCA, first point, do it on the 4 hours at the minimum. Better yet, do it on a daily, all right? So you go to your, let's just drop down this thing so I can have the title of my oscillator, right? You can also skip this thing and just double click whatever on your oscillator. It's going to take you to the oscillator setup, right? Or settings.
Market
Right here on
cap,
oscillator
Solana.
select. What is it?
Solana market cap. That's what you're on.
Oh, shoot. Thanks for that. Oh, my God.
You're good.
It's still placed
Thank
very close
Digital.
to.
It's similar. Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah. Solana, just do crypto. It'll be basically the same. I bet it will. Yep, it is. You see that? Let's just repeat it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. I mean, it's an old habit. I still, when Solana was new, I used to look for the capitalization that gave me the heads up whether I should be just staying or leaving. But yeah, at this point, what are we looking at? We have a divergence, right? We have a peak seeker. So what should we be doing? Well, remember that if you have questions, you'll have this tool. Let's take a look at that tool. I'm gonna be double clicking on my oscillator, any part of my oscillator, right? Double click, and we have the drop down here. On oscillator select, go to MVP oscillator and click OK. All right. Then let's just wait for it to load. There we go. And let's zoom in. At this point, what I'm looking at is to manually draw. Oh, come on. It should be a horizontal, a zero line in here. Let's just double click also here. Let's go to coordinates and let's do a 0 here. Click OK. And let's just right click and do, oh, we have a dash.
72.5. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. Oh, let's take a look at now what happens here. I want to be the ribbon. I want it to be preferably below the 0 line. And also I want to have green bars, right? Green bars usually indicates me that it's a good area to start DCAing. Look at that. If you DCA here, well, I don't think that you will be regretting it, right? Of course, it's not the bottom, right? But look at where other places I do have much higher bars, and also the ribbon being below the 0 line. So if you were DCAing here, ding ding, chicken winner chicken dinner, right? Look at the same area here, right? Right there. So are you asking me if it's right now a good area of DCA? Once again, everywhere is a good area if you're talking about DCA. But to maximize your DCA areas, make sure that when you buy on the 4 hour, your ribbon is below the 0 line and you have big bars, big green bars, right? So love the chicken. Hey, Crypto Pollo, what's up, my friend? What is it? Oh, I did not saw you here.
I got a meeting, so I gotta get going, my friend.
Oh, sorry, you're right. You have another session. Sorry for that, guys. I'll be looking to give a couple of signals. Other than that, Alex, thank you so much. Would you like to wrap things up?
No, it's all good. Be safe out there. Lots of volatility. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I just have a meeting right now with someone else, so I gotta go. But be safe out there. Use good risk management. You guys got a bunch of setups. Bitcoin, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Guys, see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for staying here. And as always, I know I repeat it. See you guys tomorrow.